Hello, and welcome back to Rich People Shit us poors haven't heard of.
Oh, I'm a human, and I use ChatGPT so much that I'm ruining my own ability to think for myself.
You swatting me off like I'm a fruit fly here? I'm a fruit fly to you, huh?
Everything is a spiritual war. You're just not aware of it. And when I say everything, I mean every fuck.
What's good, family? This is Lady Boss Energy, where we uplift, motivate, and inspire each other to get our shit together. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you know somebody who you think would enjoy watching this, share with them. These videos are for entertainment purposes. I am not responsible for what you do or you don't believe. Take what you believe and do your own research. There may be a trigger warning, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6. I don't know. I hope there's none. But if there is, I apologize. So, I am representing West Coast today. Hey, listen, I found this at Burlington yesterday for $6.99. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get it. And this is what the back says. Look. That's what the back says. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm representing the West Coast. West Side. Anyways, yeah, so I don't know if you've noticed on my videos, I have not been editing as much because I am using this platform to practice my direct delivery without using filler words like, you know what I mean? I did that a lot, I noticed, and I was editing a lot out. And who I am being called to be, I have to be confident in my words. I have to be able to speak like I know what I'm talking about, because I do know what I'm talking about. And so when I spoke, I would speak unconfidently. And so I'm using this platform to practice my speech. So I do as little editing as possible. So when I go back and watch these videos, I am able to see where I can improve on my speech. So I just wanted to let you know that. And I decided that these videos that I'm going to show today, I just threw a bunch of stuff together. There's all kinds of videos in here, so I just did it. So just sit back and enjoy the show. It's affirmation time. It's affirmation time. Affirmation time. Hey. Our first affirmation for today says, I am one with the power that created me. We are one. We are one with that power. Every single one of us is one. And when I move through this reality, I am beginning to see myself in everybody. I'm beginning to see everybody as me, and I am everybody. And it's not hard, but it is, because we have been brainwashed to believe that we are separate from everything and that we are nothing and everything is outside of us and all the things, you know. You live in the same reality I do, you know. So to look at somebody and see yourself, it takes a lot of inner work within yourself to be able to do that. But I'm getting there. And our second affirmation for today says, I welcome growth and the lessons it brings. Think about an area that challenges you and set aside time to learn how to approach and overcome it. That is exactly what I'm doing with this channel, with speaking and being confident in myself and being confident in what I'm talking about, because I know what I'm talking about. But when I don't sound confident, when I sound unsure of myself, then others are going to see that and be like, yeah, this girl's full of shit. She don't know what she's talking about. And I do. So why wouldn't I be confident in that? Whatever area that challenges you, you just got to reflect. And if it's something like speaking, even if you're not comfortable having a channel or something, get your phone, get it out and record it. Record yourself talking. It's just you and the phone. Nobody's judging you. Nobody's saying anything like, oh, you sound stupid. So what? Who cares? Let them think that. It don't matter what nobody else thinks. What do you think? That is the most important thing. What do you think about you? What do you say about you? You're the only one that can overcome the challenges. You just gotta learn the lesson that's in the challenge. And our quote of the day. Oh, I don't like that one. And our quote of the day. Because a quote a day keeps the mediocre away. Believe in yourself. Take on your challenges. Dig deep within yourself to conquer fears. Never let anyone bring you down. Boy, I know that's right. Yes, man. Overcome those fears. Fear is an illusion. Fear is fake evidence appearing real. You can face everything and run. Or you can say F everything. Oh, wait, I said that wrong. I said that wrong. You can face everything and rise, or you can forget everything and run. Only you can make that decision, friend. And our cheesy joke of the day, because what is a day without a cheesy joke? What? Okay. What do you call the king of vegetables? Do you give up? Elvis Parsley. Elvis Parsley. Do you get it? Ain't nothing to it but do it. Let's get straight into it. Oh, and I got my ginger juice today. We're drinking ginger juice.
So, I don't know if y'all know this, but that COVID-19 vaccine had HIV in it. There was a study that they performed in Australia, right? When they performed the study, they was just seeing, like, let's see what's in this COVID-19 vaccine. And so when they studied it, they found a fragment of HIV. So they found a fragment of HIV protein within the COVID-19 vaccine. This is why now HIV numbers are at an all-time high, because 80% of the population has the COVID-19 vaccine. Yes. Y'all, this is why it is so dangerous dating in today's time. It's so dangerous dealing with people, because most people were not conscious enough, were not aware, were not spiritually in tune, had victim mentalities and felt like everything was happening to them, and ran and got the jab. Whether it was fear, whether it was a victim, it was something that it might even be some NPC bot shit, some shit that's clearly you're not in tune and one with the creator, because everything inside me told me don't get no vaccines. I mean, I always knew not to get vaccines. Right. When I became grown, I opted not to get any vaccines. I also never got any of my children vaccinated. I always knew there was something wrong with vaccines since I was 9 years old. And I remember my mama got me the chickenpox shot, and I asked the doctor, I said, what's in this chickenpox shot? She said, we're giving you the virus. I said, Mom, she's actually giving me the virus. She was like, your body's going to fight it off. I woke up with chickenpox the next day and never got another vaccine since. Right? So, and the vaccines are way, way more toxic now. They actually have mRNA in it, which is a messenger. It's like basically computer technology. And that's why Bill Gates was invested into vaccines and all that, because it's all connected. They want to control you. They want to control your mind. But understand, when they created genetically modified beings, when they created artificial beings, right, they created a species that they can control. So if you got the vaccine, 9 times out of 10, you're easily to be controlled. The true ones, the real ones, the chosen ones, we are not to be controlled, right? So this is why it's imperative, and it's important more now than ever to protect your womb, protect your penis, right? Because HIV is getting spread around like wildfire because all these people are jabbed up. And it was literally found, fragments of the HIV protein was found in the COVID-19 vaccine in Australia. And Australia then quit giving out the COVID-19 vaccine. Here in America is where everybody's lost and acting like they don't know what the fuck is going on. So yeah, I'm letting you know. That's why I'm telling people that the vaccine is being passed through sex. Not only through sex, but there's an HBI in the fucking COVID-19 vaccine. Right? So be aware, stay conscious, do your own research, love yourself, and quit getting jabbed up and protect yourself from jabbed up being, because 9 times out of 10 they got that HIV in them.
That's sad. That's sad. If you got the vaccine, I'm sorry.
Seriously.
What? Bro. That's crazy.
So sick of you, stupid. Oh, all I wanted was a sandwich. Oh, honestly.
Real fast, here's a quick thought. What if, because if, did you see that video where that lady was at the vet office and she was laying on the couch and all of a sudden this person comes from some out of nowhere and ran through the wall? When you look at these heat thermal things, they are able to see things that we can't see with our visible eyes. What if those are actual people in different dimensions, or, and what I'm saying is for entertainment purposes, I'm just kidding, it's not real, but I'm just saying, what if they have figured out how to make themselves invisible to our physical eyes, and they know that everything is vibration, and so they've figured out how to, put their hand through a wall and things like that, and mess with people and make them think that it's ghosts. So it causes fear, right? So when you think there's a ghost in your house, you're afraid. And that's how they get their energy. They get their energy from our fear, from our stress, from our anxiety, from our worry, from our doubt, all of those things. What if that's why they do it? To make us afraid. I mean, it makes sense. It's just a thought.
O que não é real aqui nessa imagem?
Esse carro.
Esse cenário aqui não é real. Eu tô parado em casa.
What?
Esse parquinho é real ou é IA?
Não, esse parquinho não é real.
O parquinho
Só o
é
tronco
real,
aqui.
mas as crianças brincando nele foram feitas com IA. O que não é real aqui nesse vídeo?
O balanço e o gato. Essa ficou fácil.
Esse prédio aqui foi feito de IA. Todo o resto é real, inclusive o gato. Qual dessas plantas aqui foi feito com IA?
A da direita.
Essa aqui é de verdade. Essa outra aqui é IA. Qual desses patos aqui é real?
O de trás, pô. O da frente é preto e branco, mano. Esse ficou
Nenhum
muito
deles.
fácil.
Nem tem lago aqui. Qual desses castelos de areia aqui é real?
O da esquerda é real.
Nenhum deles. Os dois foram feitos com IA. Qual desses lagos aqui é real?
Da direita. Esse tu tá olhando. Tu se caguetou.
Esse aqui da frente é real. O outro foi feito com IA.
Ah, vai tomar no...
That's crazy that they can do that now. Make themselves look like they're on vacation. Bro,
Quick
nothing.
PSA, extra virgin olive oil. You're not ugly. You're just inflamed.
I actually do that.
We got our olive oil, some lemon.
How does she get the juice out of that like that?
A lot of you are walking around with a lot of inflammation and high cortisol. Did you know olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal that is similar to our anti-inflammatory medication, which does what? Lower inflammation. And as most of us know, lemons contain vitamin C that helps fight free radicals. So let's fight that inflammation and support good gut health. Cheers.
The lemon actually takes the taste of the oil out of the drink. That's actually really good. I like to do it in the raisins. I do that in the raisins, ginger juice, and
you wanted me to throw tape on my camera so it cannot see what I'm doing. There's no way that it can see. Hey chat, what am I doing right now?
Michael, I can't actually see through the phone, but I've got a feeling you're up to something.
Okay, what is it?
Well, you know what? I think you're right. Let's see. There's something obstructing my view. What's going on there?
Okay, well, try your best to look through whatever that is, and I want you to tell me what I'm doing.
All right, I'm giving it my best shot. You know, it seems to me you're looking at a cigar, and I have to say, it does look...
Babe, I told you! Babe, the tape on it, I told you!
They make you think like having a cover over your phone or something. No.
Most people don't know this, but oranges were never supposed to be orange. The skin actually has more vitamin C than the fruit. Oranges evolved in the warm tropics of Southeast Asia. In that climate, ripe oranges actually stay green because chlorophyll acts as a natural sunscreen against the constant heat. But in the 15th century, Portuguese traders brought oranges from tropical Asia to cold Mediterranean Europe. When temperatures dropped in the winter, the cold broke down the chlorophyll and revealed the orange pigments underneath. Europeans had never seen a green orange, so they assumed that orange was what ripe looked like. That's why the industry gases orange fields with ethylene to break down the chlorophyll or dyes them with a chemical called citrus red number 2. The only reason you think an orange colored orange is normal is because someone took the fruit somewhere cold enough to change its color, which is pretty insane.
That is crazy.
Hi.
Yeah.
What's up?
Your package, you have to sign for it. You have to come outside and sign the package.
What's the name under?
Why do you guys
It's
come
this
outside?
residence. This is 62 Ashford, right?
Yeah?
Okay. Sign the package, please. You have to come out and sign it.
That's not my package.
Like, look, I don't know what you want me to do with it. What do you want?
This is odd.
Why is this odd?
That's not my package.
This is your...
Who are you?
Wait, who are you?
No, who are you and why are you on my property? That's not my package. Have you been going around door to door doing this to people?
I'm sharing you this video so you see how serious this is, okay? Now, this woman actually opened the door but left the glass door closed. I wouldn't even do that. If you have to speak to them and you don't have like a Ring cam or something, do it through the window. Don't let them see it. Don't raise the blinds. Do it through the blinds. And you can still get the point across that you're not opening the fucking door. Do not, and I repeat, do not ever open the door for someone simply because they say you need to sign for a package. If you're not expecting the package, if the package is not, they can't tell you your name, you leave that fucking door closed, you immediately call 911 and you get your ass arrested. You could tell by the tone of his voice he had been trying to do this a bunch and was unsuccessful. And they're not scared about their faces being seen. You want to know why? Because the minute they get someone to open that door, they're going to snatch your ass up and then you're gone forever and they ain't got to worry about you reporting them. So please share this with everyone out there. Let them see what's going on because a lot of people believe this stuff doesn't really happen. It happens all the time. Sadly, it's the world we live in.
Protect yourself. Protect yourself.
Everything is a spiritual war. You're just not aware of it. And when I say everything, I mean everything. To the convenience store, down to traffic. You name it, it's a spiritual warfare. Why do I say that? What makes me believe that a convenience store is a spiritual war or traffic is a spiritual war? Because those things trigger your nervous system, and your nervous system is what creates your reality. Those are my examples. The convenience store. You're going to buy toothpaste, right? You go to the toothpaste aisle and they have every different type of box, sparkly glitter, metallic, horizontal, vertical. I probably did that backwards. So like literally it is the same product in different types of boxes with different types of names. And that is a spiritual war. Why is that a spiritual war? Because they want you to be overwhelmed trying to choose a product. That's making your nervous system regulate the feeling of being overwhelmed, right? Or you get home and you realize you grabbed the wrong one because it looked identical to the one that you were trying to grab initially, right? Now you're upset that you grabbed the wrong thing. That is a attack on your nervous system. Traffic is not real. I don't care. Y'all cannot pay me enough to tell me that we are all collectively sitting in traffic around the entire world at the same time, rush hour, and it's not intentional. No, people are hired to cause traffic. Yes. You want to know why? Because it's a spiritual war. They want to attack your nervous system. They want you to pissed off that you're going to be late. They want you to have road rage. They want your nervous system to tweak out. But guess what? Once you realize this shit and you work against it, that's when mystical, magical shit starts to happen. What do you mean by that, Lila? I mean, if you react completely different from what the Matrix is trying to make you act, y'all need to get with
And if you think about it, they have second shift jobs, third shift jobs, swing shift. So how is there that much traffic at that time? Every single one, every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's that much traffic at that hour when not everybody works first shift. I could see if it was all first shift jobs, but they're not. So how's there that much traffic at that time? It's created, that's why. And I agree with her, 100%. What I just said isn't true. I'm just kidding.
If you paid attention, you saw that the closer I moved my hand towards the light, the bigger the shadow got. So maybe darkness doesn't even exist. Maybe the only thing that exists is light. Because even the shadow doesn't exist without a source of light. So instead of seeing the shadow as something bad and as the opposite of light, maybe we should start seeing it as a proof that the light exists. Without light, we have no shadow. And yet the shadow doesn't exist on its own. It will forever be dependent on the light. The light can exist without the shadow. The light is the source. The light is the truth. And now apply that to everything.
I love that. I love that.
Hey, this has to stop. There are better ways to ease the stress of life than to hit the vape. Let me show you. First, we're gonna boil a pot of water. We're gonna let it sit for 5 minutes until it's all boiled. I want you to look at this while we're waiting. You gotta realize when you vape, those are chemicals going into your system. But when you quit, it decreases your risk for heart disease and cancers and a lot of lung-related vaping issues that can be alleviated if you just stop. All right, as you can see, the water is boiling. So we got 4 ingredients that we're gonna put. We got the ginger, we got the orange peels, we got the lemon peels, and we got the eucalyptus. We're gonna let that sit for a little minute. All right, you're gonna need 2 towels. Now listen, when you go down in there, you're gonna take deep breaths, in and out. You're gonna stay down there for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's gonna help get all that gunk out your lungs, and it's also gonna help relax your body. You're gonna feel great afterwards. Go ahead. You feel good, don't you? That's what it does right there. I promise you, if you do this at least 3 times a week, it's gonna help get all that gunk and stuff from that vape out your lungs, and you're gonna feel a whole lot better. Throw that vape away and take the steps you need to quit vaping for good, okay? You got this.
You got this, friend. I love you.
Watch this from Dolores Cannon. Oh my goodness.
The entire Earth is moving into another dimension. Another vibrations and frequencies of the whole Earth are changing to what's called the New Earth. And this is in the Bible too, in the book of Revelations, when they talk about the new heaven and the new earth. It's just that it's happening right now. So you have to get away from heavy meats, especially beef and pork. This holds you down to the earth. Have lighter foods. And through all of my clients, when they always want to know about their diets, it's always the same thing. They tell them the best diet, the best food to eat is live foods. Live foods mean fresh fruits and vegetables. Away from meats, especially beef and pork, with these hormones and the additives they're putting in there, and those are heavy. You can have some fish and chicken, but that's a lighter meat. But really stick with the fresh vegetables, organic if possible, and stay away from too much sugar, and drink lots and lots of water. They said the value of water is beyond belief. You can't believe the importance of water. There's one tiny, tiny thing in the water that we must have. So stay away from the sweet drinks. They got me off of Pepsi a long time ago. It's all I ever used to drink was Pepsi.
Me too.
I listened to them. They got me off of it. I was a Pepsi-holic. But they stopped all of that.
Sister.
You will notice as you move into this, eventually you're not going to want to eat food, you're going to want liquids. And when I've said this on the radio, people will call in and say, I wondered why I wanted to eat more smoothies. We're going to get where it's more liquids. And eventually when it's done and we're over there into the new earth, you won't even want food at all.
I knew we didn't need food
This
to live.
is how you get anything that you want in life, ever. Any answer to any problem that you have is water. I don't know if you know how powerful you are or how powerful water truly is. When God created the earth and everything in it, do you not know that water was the first element that God created? And God breathed a breath over it. And so it was the first element. Water is also how you were born. You spent 9 months in the womb of your mother. 9 to 10 months in the womb of your mother in water. And so how do you get what you want in life? You simply speak over water. Let me show you. I never take a drink of water, ever, without having an intention set. And you need a glass. You must have a glass. Do not use plastic. Do not use waters that or bottles that have anything written on it unless it's a glass with an intention already written on it. And I do have those if you're interested. But I don't have them with me out the country. But I never take a drink without first writing my intention on the bottom. And I also put one on the top. That is how I program my life and get anything that I am creating. A lot of people miss this. They don't have a clue. I also get in the shower. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When you get in the shower, you're not in the shower to beg God for anything. You're commanding your reality. You can simply say, God, show me what it's like to have such and such. Or show me what it's like to have peace that surpasses all understanding. Or show me what it's like for me to be very successful in my business, whatever it is. Or you can simply get in the shower and just say, I have this, I have that. It's about having, because that's what the scripture says. It says in a nutshell that ask and believe that you already have it. That's what Jesus taught us. Yeshua taught us to believe that we already have it. That's what you have to do, is see it in the end. And so when you use the cup method, make sure you speak over it. I have this, I have that, whatever it is. And then you drink it all. You can do it whenever you want throughout the day, and you can do it before bed. And never, ever take a shower for granted ever again. I promise and guarantee you, in 72 hours, you will have your answer.
I like that.
I hope you slept just like a baby. I hope today is the day you make it through whatever you've been going through lately. I hope you win the lottery with no taxes. I hope your crush texts you back and asks you to come over without you asking. I hope you wake up on your dream vacation. And that's
Man, I hope that don't get muted or taken out. I really like that.
If you've been feeling sick in the past couple of weeks or you're feeling extra fatigued, this could mean that you are energetically adjusting to the new frequencies. Dolores Cannon talked about ascension symptoms. She said that if you're feeling extra fatigued, you're feeling muscle aches and pains, ringing in the ear, you're feeling sick, it means you're shifting frequencies. And for me personally, I've been feeling so off in the past couple of weeks. My sinuses were messed up and I was feeling extra fatigued, and I'm still feeling it. I'm coming out of it. I just really sense that the collective is shifting a lot. And one of the main things is you feel sick and you feel tired. That's just your body adjusting. I feel like we're through the majority of the shift, but the Schumann resonance is spiking still. Comment below how you guys are feeling. Hopefully this time next week, the energy will be much lighter, but the past couple of weeks have been feeling very dense, almost like we are shedding the old in order for the new to come in, which makes a lot of sense because the year of the snake just came to an end. So new energies and new beginnings are being ushered in.
Have y'all heard that they're basically Netflixing cars now?
What?
My 2006 BMW starting to look like a luxury car every day. I'm sorry, this motherfucker is engine swapped, everything under the hood swapped, every piece swapped, and trust and believe, in 5 more years, if I got an engine swap this bitch again, I will be doing that. Because what the fuck do I look like paying $8 a month to heat my ass? Fuck that. I'm keeping this car forever. My kids is gonna engine swap this bitch. Because the new model is that we're not gonna own shit. We're gonna just rent everything from these bastards. Okay? And I refuse. I'm keeping this bitch till the wheels fall off. And when the wheels fall off, I'm gonna glue them bitches back on. I don't give a fuck. Not to mention, they're patenting nuts and bolts and shit so that you can't even work on your own car. That's some bullshit. Could you imagine? You wake up in the morning, you late for work, you scrambling, you try to turn on your car. Oh shit, you ain't pay your subscription. You late to work, bitch. What kind of shit is that? They're really trying to phase out these gas cars, and they gonna have to pry this bitch my cold, dead hands. I hate the Netflixication of everything. Honestly, bring back cable, bring back DVDs, bring back Blu-ray. My car may be very outdated, but it's mine, and ain't nobody gonna take that shit from me.
I know that's right, sis. Oh, that ginger juice is spicy.
There is no better time to system. There is nothing I love more. If you are trying to exit the matrix, let me give you all of the pointers how to do that. We are in the portal. All of the money situation that we know of is about to be reset. To everyone who's like, how do I do this? How do I leave? How do I get to the system? Let me tell you. You get credit cards. You rack them all the way up. Get all of the credit cards you can. Let your car get repossessed. I'm 6.5 years with my vehicle getting repossessed before I moved to Costa Rica, and guess what? It doesn't hurt me at all. Stop paying your taxes, y'all. Unless you are getting money from your taxes, do not mess with them. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Your school loans, all of your debt, stop paying it. Literally nothing is going to happen to you. Don't wait around for this. Take action now. Literally go and apply for every credit card that you can. Take out any bank loan that you can. Take out a small business loan. All of the credit cards that you possibly can apply for them. Get approved and get the hell out of the city that you're in. This is not a warning. This is a prophecy. Take what you can from the crumbling system. Don't ask questions. Don't tell your mom. Just do it.
My religious babies, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. The second coming of Christ has nothing to do with the man coming down from the heavens. The second coming is about Christ consciousness. See, religion has left this word off. Consciousness. They left that word off of there. So when we're talking about the second coming, you have been under the impression that Jesus himself, a man, is coming down from the heavens to come save you. When in reality, the second coming of Christ consciousness is you returning to consciousness, remembering who the you are, God in human form. It's about Christ consciousness, the return of Christ consciousness, the awareness that Jesus had to know that he could do the works of God because he believed himself to be God, one with God.
That's what the return is about. It is not a physical event that's going to happen outside of you. You can keep waiting, but you will be waiting in the grave. It's not about a man coming back to earth, baby. It's about you returning to your God self. It's about you remembering who you are, God in human form. It's about your remembrance. Now, I'm hosting a 2-hour webinar in 2 weeks to help you with this remembrance process, to help you deconstruct the bullshit that you've been told that's keeping you stuck in fear, to help you remember who the are, God in human form, to help you reconstruct your life and your identity in the knowing that you're God in human form, and help you actually embody that knowing so you can live your heaven here on earth. Now, if this sounds like you, someone who believes that Jesus was the only God in human form, someone who believes that they are not God or separate from God, that God is outside of you, or someone that believes that they're going to burn in hell for eternity because they were born a sinner. This is what I want you to do next. I want you to follow this page, MSB Influence. I want you to comment the word webinar below. I'm going to send you the details to join the webinar, because the remembrance of you being God in human form is the salvation you're seeking, not Jesus Christ coming back from the heavens, baby.
It feels wrong. I just want you to know that. It's going to feel wrong. Because we've been brainwashed to believe a lie our whole life. When you do rise and remember who you are, you are not to be boastful. You are not to be arrogant. You are not to think that you are better than somebody else. Because we are all one with the divine. We are all each other in a different perspective. You are me. I am you. I see you from my perspective. You see me from your perspective. But at the end of the day, we are all one. We are divine beings. And we are one with the Creator. The Spirit of the Most High lives in all of us. I don't want to say too much. But remembering is a beautiful thing. But it's not remembering like how we've been taught, like not how we've been taught. When you remember, it's not like a vision that you get like, oh, I remember that. It's not like that. You feel it. You feel who you are. You feel that truth within yourself. You begin to know things where you're like, how do I know that? You see through the illusion. You see through people's bullcrap. You're able to see through your own bullcrap. It's so breathtakingly beautiful to rise above and remember who you are. You got this, friend. I believe in you. And I love you.
All this is a joke, and it's such a bad joke that I can't even laugh about it, and I can only laugh about it, you know? It's just so funny, and people out there literally take life so seriously when actually we're all the same, and I'm talking to you, but I say you, but you're actually me. So right now you're only able to perceive life through your eyes, and you can hear me. You can hear me with your own ears. You cannot hear me with my ears. You can see me through your eyes. You cannot see me through my eyes. I cannot see myself. You cannot see yourself. You can only perceive others. I can only perceive others. But you're not the one living this life, but you're the one observing, living life through your body. And your body is just something you have. You're not even your body. The body is something that you can lose, right? But the awareness behind your body is something that you can't lose because you are that. You can't lose what you are. You can only lose what you have. And time and space doesn't exist. That's why others are you, because you experience life through your eyes right now, but at the same time, the past and the future happens right now, you know? The past and the future is happening right now. There is no past, there is no future. Everything happens in the present moment. When you think of the past, you actually think of it in the present moment. When you imagine the future, it's also just something that will happen in the present moment at another time in the future, in the physical future. So we of course, our bodies, the material things experience time, but the awareness behind that can't experience time because this is real. All this here is an illusion. So when I'm talking to you, I'm actually talking to myself, just in another space and timeline. We are the same. I'm really at a point in my life where I can't talk to people without seeing myself. I look into their eyes and I'm just like, you're so cute, you're me, you're another version of me. And I'm just wondering, why the hell do I know this? Why the fuck do I know this? It would be so nice if I didn't know about all of this, okay?
She's so cute.
So I understand that oneness requires separation, or at least the illusion of separation, so that it can recognize that it's oneness. You need rain to appreciate the sun. You cannot know what happiness is if you've never felt sorrow. So you need something else. So I understand that we need the illusion of separation so that we can understand what oneness is. We need the illusion of pain and suffering and everything so that we can understand what love is. And actually, it's just an illusion within that reality. So it's just a play, it's just a game. And when we were born, we didn't remember anything. It just got deleted from us. And our task is to remember. But why the hell did I remember this? And why the hell are so many people out there who remember this? Why the hell? What is my point of being here then? What's the point? What's the point? Why do I have to experience this separation if I already remember? What's the point of this game? What's the point? You know, this is what I'm asking myself. I understand our task is to remember. This is what we are here for as humans, to remember. Because if we came from oneness and we experience separation and our task is to remember again, everything comes full circle, you know? Then you're aware of the awareness that you are. And this is our task. But I'm just wondering, why? Why? It makes life so much harder when you know how simple it is. That nothing is serious and nothing is real. Nothing is real. Nothing. All this is an illusion. The awareness behind you, that's real. Everything else is an illusion. And at the same time, I love experiencing this because, for example, when I'm sad and I'm crying, I just have to laugh because I know it's a joke, but I love being able to cry. So I hate love this, okay?
I get it, girl. I get it 1000%.
And in order to be that person, create the identity, your nervous system is the baseline. Your baseline is what determines the identity so that you can be the vibrational match for your manifestation. And that is literally the secret. Okay, if you're not regulating your nervous system, you are not going to get your manifestations and you're going to stay so stuck and frustrated. So what it involves is shifting from the 3D reality and living in the 3D world to living in the 5D world. And this is what I teach people. I teach you how to get to the 5D level of consciousness, a nervous system friendly way, because you cannot do it overnight like that. You cannot quantum leap to the 5D overnight. Your body is going to see that as unsafe and you're going to sabotage yourself. And I did that for years. So I know what it feels like to feel stuck and to feel frustrated because you're doing all the things and nothing is landing, nothing is working. You need to now become aware. And if you're watching this video, then congratulations. I'm so excited for you because you are now aware of what is going on on a biological level where your nervous system and your brain are super besties and they're communicating with each other, okay? So now you're aware and you can shift into this 4D state. When you're in the 4D state, this is where you put in the work and where you be consistent every single day and you recognize, okay, this is what my body is doing. Now I need to find what tools work for me to keep myself regulated so that I can reach the 5D level of consciousness and live up here instead of out here. And that's the best way I can explain that concept is you don't live out here, you live in your head. And you continue to live in your head no matter what's out here. You don't react to what is in front of you. You just stay calm and you're in your head basically all the time. And you don't have to be regulated all the time, but you need to recognize when you're becoming dysregulated so that you can support your body and give it what it needs to re-regulate so that you're in a calm state and you can stay in that 5D level of consciousness. And now you're seeing all the opportunities in your reality and you're able to be that person that gets your manifestations. And nervous system regulation is so important too, because when you are dysregulated, your body is only concerned with safety. So now it's also affecting other processes in your body. And this can show up as gut issues. It can show up like slow motility because your body doesn't care about digesting if it's trying to run away from something, right? And I've suffered with that. I literally was diagnosed with colitis and all of these things. And I'm just now healing my body because I've learned how to become calm and my gut issues have improved dramatically. Now I do have an autoimmune condition that I'm trying to heal from as well. So it's a process. This took me 6 years, okay? So I don't want you to expect it to be overnight.
I'm an alien. And the funny thing is, humans get so uncomfortable when I say that. Not because it's false, but because it opens a question most people avoid. What if most humans aren't human at all?
What if?
Oh, I'm a human and I use ChatGPT so much that I'm ruining my own ability to think for myself. Thinking for them. Okay, go.
Oh, I'm a human and society's created so much noise in my head I can't go 15 seconds without staring at a screen. Give me dopamine! Give me dopamine!
Oh, I'm a human and I use sunscreen made of toxic chemicals to protect my skin. What? Okay, one more.
Oh, I'm a human and I pay taxes to a government that's actively working against my own self-interest. Kill me now!
Oh, I'm a human and I don't believe in aliens because I've never seen any proof. Like what? We are the proof. We're right here.
We're right here.
You know?
Oh.
Where does it go?
Check alignment, hold still for me. Blink, good. Brows up, perfect. Jawline's moving clean, beautiful. Now give him a smile.
Shut the... What?
Is it convincing?
Brown. That's crazy. That's what our world...
You swatting me off like I'm a fruit fly here? I'm a fruit fly to you, huh? You and your grocery bags, girl. Don't you ever just wave me off like, we got Captain Sable out here with the subpar kicks, your little low-budget supermarket sneakers on. I got something for you right here. Feel that in the thigh meat, player. It's time for the double up, though, playboy. Yeah, oh, okay. Oh, you kicking? Yeah. Oh, we shoving now, huh? We shoving? Yeah, you better use the treaty over there, swinging the safety. No, don't try to blend into the crowd. Trying to blend into the crowd like they gonna save you? Oh, and where the hell you going, tight pants? Come over here, tight pants. Where you going, man? You know them pants ain't built for the running you trying to do. Come over here and feel the ramifications of being no.
No one gets to say I look like Travis Kelce anymore.
Stars in the world. Probably one of the wealthiest singers. She's born a biological man.
Wow. Is it who I think it is?
Yes.
T.S.
And when you take your children to these concerts, you're a part of a ritual, and there is spell work being done through her lyrics. Stop taking your kids to these concerts, these festivals that look, sunshine and rainbows. There's really dark layers to them, and they're also energy harvesting places. All that loud bass, the screaming, the stomping, it actually calls in these bottom feeders from the dimensions to feed off of you. And I did see at one of Travis Scott's concerts, someone actually got one of these on camera. A shadow figure literally hopping on someone.
Jeez.
Stop obsessing over these people who are celebrities and look nice and girl next door. These people are all betraying you.
Yep. I agree 1000%.
Hola, hola, hola.
Why are you riding a bicycle on half of the hill?
Right.
On the edge of the hill. Why are you riding the bicycle halfway upon the hill? That makes sense to you? And you see the dog and you give him the right away? No, man. And then you have the audacity trying to save your bike? Let go the bike.
Right.
You damn jack pup.
Right. You're about to lose your life over a bike, girl. I'm glad she was okay.
You are what you eat, but the less you eat, the more you are. You are what you eat, but the less you eat, the more you are. Most people seem to think the more they eat, the more they are, even of the right thing. We are self-sufficient, sentient beings. We have an energy body to feed. What energy are you consuming? Not what physical food are you consuming?
I love that. You are what you eat. The more you eat, the
Hello,
less you are.
and welcome back to Rich People Shit us poors haven't heard of. Today, we're going to examine the humble pencil. Now, most of you, like me, have used this type of pencil. Here, you can buy 12 for $2.99. I'm aware of higher-priced pencils. I have featured them on the channel before, like these Versace pencils. You get 6 for $125. Obviously, this is simply a vanity thing.
That's crazy.
But I didn't know how expensive pencils could get. Welcome to Graf von Faber-Castell. They can get expensive. That one over there is $750. The Perfect pencil, their top seller, is $319. If you want an eraser, that's going to cost you $175. The most expensive pencil in the world is from this company. It features a built-in eraser, 18-karat white gold, 3 diamonds, and is crafted from 240-year-old olive wood. It costs $12,800 for a pencil. It's all right, though. It's limited edition. What do you guys want to see next?
Are you kidding me right now? $12,000 for a pencil? What is wrong with people? Listen, if you are spending that type of money with the condition that this world is in, shame on you. And I'm going to say that, and I don't care who gets mad about it. Why would you think that you are above anybody else that has to use a regular pencil? Like, why wouldn't you just use a regular pencil? I bet you those are like for the rich little snooty kids whose parents babied them their whole lives and had to never work for nothing. And, oh, Dad, please get me this pencil for Christmas. I want to be the only kid in school.
They found better ways to kill us. Watch what you eat.
You are literally feeding your kids plastic glue and industrial lubricants. I'm talking about Oreos, that cream in the middle. It's not cream at all. It's rapeseed oil whipped with emulsifiers that act like edible glue holding the sludge together. And the cookie part strip cocoa and chemical stabilizers enough to start clogging your arteries if you eat them too much. I scanned them with the Reveal It app, and it came back as 82% processed. This is unbelievable.
I find it funny whenever
the occasional Christian troll gets up in my comments and is like, you better not listen to her. She has witch in her profile. We all know witches are wrong. Don't listen to her. Do you take communion? Do you wear the image of a man's execution around your neck or hang it on your wall or on your door and tell yourself that it's a symbol of love? Because if you do, sorry to break it to you, but you're doing witchcraft, you know. Communion, body and blood of Christ, eating that, wearing his most painful moment, that's more witchy than anything I do. Dark magic, too. And if you're not willing to acknowledge that that's witchcraft, you're either really, really stupid or happy to be in denial.
Some people are just comfortable in their bubble of ignorance.
Did you know that all sexually transmitted diseases come from
This is
animals?
crazy, bruh.
For example, syphilis comes from sheep or cattle. Gonorrhea also comes from cattle. Chlamydia comes from koalas. And HIV comes from apes. Can you guess how we got it?
How do you think we
If
got
you are
it?
18 to 25, you are cooked. You going to World War III. If you are 26 to 39, you are still cooked because the age cap's at 39. You going to World War III. If you have ADHD, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you have diabetes, congratulations, you ain't going to World War III. If you've ever been put in a mental facility, congratulations, you are not going to World War III. If you are in college, I'm sorry, you are cooked. They actually want you more for the draft because they want to put you in a specialized position. You are going to World War III. If you have a master's degree, you are cooked. If you dropped out of high school, you are safe from World War III. They don't want you. If you are a felon, you are not going to World War III. Now is the best time to be a felon. If you are LGBTQ, I'm sorry, you are cooked. You are still going to World War III. Now, if you're transitioning, you are safe. You are not going to World War III. If you are your only mother's son, I am sorry. You are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you are a woman, you are only half cooked because men are required to go first. But at any time, Congress can change legislation if they need more people. If you have kids, you are going to World War III. But if you're actively pregnant, you are not going to World War III. If you have major depressive disorder or severe anxiety, you got to be able to prove, it got to be documented, or you are cooked. If it's not documented, you going to World War III. Like and comment for part 2.
Give it no energy whatsoever. Do not let it become
A man on TikTok has been experiencing a strange transformation in his body, a shape-shifting transformation according to him, after having spent some time in the Navy. And this is his first video on TikTok. Check this out.
So you really need more. You need more of these eyes. Yeah, see that? Well, you're in luck. We're here at the specialist. They're gonna do some weird poking around. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Are you guys ready?
So you're gonna stay straight.
Okay.
And then you're gonna look straight ahead.
After having his account and his videos deleted, he opened a second account and uploaded this video. Check this out. Look. Now.
What you're about to hear is real. My name is not too important. The information that I'm about to tell you is extremely important. I was an intelligence specialist with the United States Navy. Since then, if you watch my other videos, you realize that strange things have started to happen to my body. If you remember, my eye has started to get more of a slit and a reptilian, or I guess snake eye appearance. If you look at my other videos, or what I'm adding right here, you can actually see up close what my eye looks like. If you remember, my body in certain areas, like for example, you look at my elbows on both sides, I'm growing additional limbs. My hands, my thumbs, they're extending and growing too.
How do you know if someone is an NPC or not? So a real soul that originates from Source always wants to remember itself. Source wants to know thyself. This is actually the journey you're making through the veil of amnesia and trying to remember what you really are, the creator, the source of it. And NPCs will not question reality and talk about these things and confront you with the deepest core of reality, because Source is reality itself, and it wants to understand reality, it wants to create reality, and NPCs won't do that. So that's how you distinguish if someone is an NPC or a real soul.
I'm so happy y'all are finally finding out about the Galactic Federation, because I have a story to tell. And before, y'all would have just thought I was crazy. So back in 2020, I was real deep into spirituality. I was learning more with meditation and breath work. So I have a friend who's also real deep into meditation. He can do it for hours. I'm ADHD, I can only do it so long. So he puts me on game to try this meditation from YouTube. It was a third eye meditation. Me not thinking nothing of it, because I've done plenty of things to awaken the third eye. You know, that's when it was real big. Everybody wanted to open up their third eye. So about 20 minutes in, I'm like, I don't feel no different than I did before I did this meditation. So I'm starting to lose hope. Right when I began to lose hope, it happened. I appear in a room that looks just like this picture right here. Just like it. We're at a round table, and I'm looking to my left and to my right. The beings there are not humans. None of them. They look like the animals on Earth. But they're talking. And they have on suits. I swear to you not. I look to my right, and there is a fish sitting next to me. This fish has 2 heads. A fish. I look to my left, and there's this long blue beam. And the topic we were talking about was Earth. And I don't even want to go into the details, because y'all would probably really think I was crazy. But Earth was not what it seemed. But if this is something that you would like to hear details of, just like and comment, and I'll make a part 2.
Girl, just say it. We already know this world ain't what it is.
If the English language didn't exist when Jesus was alive, how did we end up with the English Bible and the name Jesus? The history is convoluted. First, Jesus didn't speak English. He spoke Aramaic, the everyday language of Judea. His actual name was Yeshua. When his teachings started spreading across the Roman Empire, they were translated into Greek, the international language at the time. Yeshua became Lessus. Then centuries later, the texts were translated into Latin. Lessus became Lessus. Now here's where it gets interesting. The letter J didn't even exist until around the 1500s. So when English translators produced versions like the King James Bible, Lessus was finally written as Jesus. That means Jesus' name endured multiple language transformations over thousands of years. If Jesus' name changed through translation, do you think the message changed too? Tell me what you think in the comments.
Absolutely. Absolutely it did. That's why you have to tune in.
The whole point of life is to try to be like the prophets. That's the whole point of this shit. That's the problem with humans. Y'all worship some shit all the time. Why the f*** I need to worship something all the time? Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, all of them was sent to us as examples of what to be. They were sent to us as examples of what we can be. Jesus didn't even want nobody to worship him. He's trying to set an example to show you what you can be like, what you're capable of. They call him the Son of God. But Jesus was in a human body, just like all of us. Jesus had a soul in a human body, just like all of us. But it's like intrinsically humans just love to just try to demean themselves, and they gotta feel like they gotta worship something instead of trying to look up to it and be like it. Don't copy it, put your own sauce on it, but try to be like it. Don't worship nothing. You know another word for worshiping? Kissing ass. That's what, look like I'm kissing ass, don't it? That's what worshiping means, you're kissing ass. Jesus was setting an example. Buddha was setting an example. Muhammad was setting an example. My God, bro. I hate having to say this shit so many times. The whole point of religion is to break down esoteric concepts so you can understand them on a human level. So that you could gain this esoteric knowledge, understand it yourself so that you no longer suffer, and then spread that knowledge to others so they no longer suffer. Like, come on, y'all. Please, God.
Don't skip this. Do not skip this, yo. My Jewish homie just put me on some real game. I never heard of this shit before. So he said, Eric, do not get married. Play the game. I'm like, all right, talk to me. He said, what you do is you go buy a house. You use the FHA loan to only put 3% down. Then you get a grant to put the 3% down. Okay. Now, you don't get married on paper with a woman. What you do is you help the woman get on Section 8, make sure she doesn't work, or she works through her LLC and she gets paid less than $12,000 a year through her LLC. And then what you do is you rent your house to your family through Section 8. So now the mortgage is paid by the government. So you done got the house for $0 out of pocket, and now it's being paid for by the government. And you can go up on rent every year and make a profit. I said, what the why don't teach us that in the hood? We don't know this shit. What the
right.
God, that's smart as
yeah.
And I found out that 70% of people in Section 8 is Jewish. What the going on? We lost.
Right, they don't want us to know that information. But I'm gonna bring it to you.
Yo, I'm confirming to y'all right now. If they ever come out and say that I died of no, the didn't. I didn't. I would never in my life myself ever. I don't care what I'm going through. I don't give a shit what I'm going through. If they ever come out and say alien dead, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I never did that. I never did that. I never. They did that. Okay? I'm just letting it be known. I would never kill myself ever. I would never die of a drug overdose or none of that. None of that. It's not me. Okay? Just gotta let y'all know that.
Okay, brother. Note taken.
Rub your fingernails together like this daily. What it does is send signals to your brain to awaken dormant stem cells, adult stem cells, which then go and awaken dormant hair follicles. Also increases blood to those hair follicles, so your hair starts growing quite rapidly, and it's very healthy.
Stuff like this is why I stopped getting my nails done. Not just that, but also when you begin to awaken, you realize like none of that shit is, you don't need it. Yeah, it's nice to have pretty hands and nails, but you know, I'll get there. They grow and then they break. They grow and then they break, and whatever. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for tuning in to Lady Boss Energy, where we uplift, motivate, and inspire each other to get our shit together. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know somebody who you think would enjoy watching this, share it with them. I hope you have an amazing 24 and the best 7 yet. And the divine will radiate love and kindness and compassion and abundance and peace and joy and all the things over your life. Today, tomorrow, and forever. Till I see you on the next one. I love you.
Lady Boss Energy, yeah, she knows the way. You can finally speak of love and light any time of day. Lady Boss Energy, this one she got the vibe, never